It's a cool and rainy October evening as we get ready to play playoff soccer at Bengal Stadium. Welcome to CTN's coverage of the Section 7 AA quarterfinals featuring the number 2 seed Blaine Bengals and the number 7 seed Coon Rapids Cardinals. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above the action, and Howie, it's cool and wet.
It's definitely cool and wet. And it wasn't that long ago, Joe, that we were here and we saw the boys lose 3-0 to Blaine, where they scored a goal in the first minute of the contest. So this is an opportunity for Coon Rapids, as Coach Oster described it. This is an opportunity for us to kind of clean the slate. He feels that they've played better since that game, and he's got a little bit of momentum coming into this. Would love to play the spoiler against the number 2 seed.
Well, the Blaine Bengals, number 2 seed, deservingly so, 9-6-1. Come in a little bit rougher than they would have liked. They only won one of their last 3 games, coming away 1-1-1 over the last 3 of the regular season. They want to come out here and make a statement that they are a contender in this section as a number 2 seed.
Yeah, they had won 3 in a row before that little bit of a slide, but they do. They want to come in here, and Coach Aerosmith said, I'm always a little nervous before a section game. I said, yeah, it's because it's you lose, you go home. He said, yeah, we'd like to be able to get on the board quickly like we did in that first matchup. It takes a little bit of pressure off us being the home team.
Well, and this is not a team in the Blaine Bengals that's going to pile up goals.
Nope.
But they don't give up many goals either. They've only been shut out twice all year, but they've only scored more than 2 goals in like 4 or 5 games. They've only given up more than 2 goals in 3 contests. They are used to playing a lot of low-scoring, close contests and have come out on the winning side of the ledger more often than not.
Blaine trying to create something early, and I talked to with Coach Aerosmith, and he says, just the field condition is going to be tough. It's going to be slippery and it's going to be muddy, and we have to be able to play on that surface.
Bengals bringing the pressure down deep in the corner. It goes out the end line off the Cardinals, so a corner kick opportunity for the Blaine Bengals early in this contest. A good test for the Cardinals defense and their young netminder.
Yes.
And we'll talk more about sophomore Caleb Winter and getting his start at the section playoffs. Almir Begic working it back up the far side and gets it in the middle for Lafaka. Shot that is deflected wide and will give Coon Rapids a corner kick. Goalie saying he didn't touch it. I couldn't tell.
No, I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah, and Ben Greenberg was telling the official he did not touch it, but nonetheless, Coon Rapids is going to get that corner kick.
Well, I think you had mentioned the wet, sloppy field conditions. It's definitely in Coon Rapids' favor. It will make it will make it a little more fair against the higher ranked Cardinal or Bengals. Barry Aerosmith and staff getting an explanation. They had somebody sent back off the field. They got their substitution in. And now we're ready to get that corner kick from Dimitri Tkach from the near corner. Going toward the back post, just a little too tall for Mena. And it's going to roll right out the other side, a throw in for the Bengals.
Well, the thing for Coon Rapids, Coach Oster said, we just have to be consistent. We have to do a better job of being creative and trying to be creative in our offense. And again, putting pressure down in the Bengal end. And we didn't see a lot of that in that first contest. Looking to do so here today in this section game.
Hold called on Tkach. Give Blaine the free kick. Trying to tack up the middle, turned around by Mena. Settled by Tkach, tried to slip it across for Madimba, but the Bengals able to clear it back the other way. Too far in front of Katamble and easily scooped up by Winter. And Winter slips as he gets the boot away. Still able to get a pretty good contact on the ball, fortunately.
Well, conditions are tough here with it's continuing a little bit of a rain, been raining most of the day. And of course,
the field very saturated.
Oh, I mean, you look at in the center of the field, it's a lot of mud out there. A lot of mud on the side.
And the wind is not brutal, but it is consistent. You can see the flags in the corner of the field unfurled. Bengals, of course, right back into the attacking third with the throw-in.
Give credit to the fans that are out here braving the elements as well, sitting under umbrellas,
wrapped in blankets.
Yeah, and that's basically what it is.
Tomas Mena gets to the ball, clears it back out of bounds, and the Bengals will try and throw it in again. A little quicker this time on the toss for Troutman. Troutman in some traffic, trying to slip it back and called for the trip. Cardinal free kick quickly ahead, trapped by Begic. Tkach working his way through the middle, strips up but gets it to Begic. Trying to cross, stepping in the way though is Garrett Holland to slow things down for the Cardinals. Holland then boots it back to keeper Ben Greenberg, who can safely scoop it up.
Yeah, Tkach was trying to make a move upfield. Looked like he got caught in the mud a little bit.
Long run to the near corner. Knocked away out of play by Brandon Dinsmore. And the Bengals again throwing in and trying to work out a good attacking ball. The cross stopped up by Mena and played right back out, unfortunately out the end line, and it'll be a corner kick for the Bengals.
The Cardinals have to concentrate defensively and just keeping that ball wide.
Trying to work it back along the baseline for Holland, and a little too much on the pass from Katamble.
Yeah, Winter kind of jumping around in the goal, trying to keep himself limber, keep himself warm. It's definitely, with the rain and the wind, it's a little chilly out there.
Not as cold as it could be.
No.
But it's Cardinals offside. Tim Cameron to take the free kick for the Bengals. Tkach stops it up. Settled there by Gabler. And now played ahead for Katamble. Bengals trying to work it to the corner for Pablo Alfini. He slows it there. Got the pass back to Troutman, but interrupted by the Cardinals. Comes back, a long shot, very high and wide. And a Cardinal goal kick. First shot attempted of the game.
Yeah, it's going to be, you know, you're not going to be able to get into your typical offense tonight with the field condition the way it is, and at least the Bengals, as you mentioned earlier, they don't score a ton of goals, but they play very good defense, as you mentioned, and that's why they'd like to get to that early lead here. You know, certainly the Cardinals coming in at the 7th seed, looking to play the spoiler.
And the Cardinals, while they did not win the regular season finale, did get 2 goals and a tie.
They did.
Against Spring Lake Park.
And that gives them a little bit of momentum coming into this game because they had been struggling in that department. But a couple of goals, and yeah, again, you don't get the win, but you certainly don't get the loss either.
Two goals and a tie, much better than no goals and a loss.
Yes.
especially for a team that just needed to find some success. They'd love to build upon it here. Bengals play it ahead for Hamlin into the corner. He'll stop up on the right side. His cross is cleared away by Mena. Back out near midfield to settle it is Eichle. Now Eichle trying to get it right back. Taps it ahead. Stopped up by Tkach. Alamir Begic with a little bit of room in midfield. Moves it over for Moses Madimba. Ahead, tried to get it to Lafaka. Bengals able to break things up and get it turned the other way. Dawson Penner, long through ball, creating a race for Jared Haida and Katamble. And ball off the end line before either could get there. Another goal kick for the Cardinals.
Well, Haida did a good job of just staying in front of him as well, just making sure he didn't get to the ball.
Tomas Mena will handle the goal kick for the Cardinals. Extra height for Noah Troutman helps him keep that away from Tkach, but the Cardinals still able to get it into the Bengals half of the field, trying to create an opportunity for Begic to get around the net. He's got the corner, trying to cross back out front, a whiff on it with the right foot, or the left foot by Lafaka.
Boy, he had an opportunity right there, too. Nice give from Begic. He would love to have that opportunity back.
Would have loved for it to be a right foot.
Yeah.
Begic taps it around one defender, tries to track it down. Cleared by Karen off of Begic out of bounds. A throw in again for the Bengals on the far side of the field.
Good setup from Begic. Cross net. Lafaka just can't get the foot on it.
Cardinals able to get it turned around just on their side of midfield. Cleared in deep by Madimba. And it's scooped up. Tossed aside by Greenberg, the keeper. Dancing to the middle is Hamlin, trying to get it ahead to Katamble. Broken up by Haida. Trapped at midfield again by Begic. He draws some attention, leaves it off for Dimitri Tkach. Back along the near side, and Jazim able to send it ahead. Lafaka outnumbered by the Bengals, and it's stripped away by Snyder. Tkach steps up, take the body. A Gabler coughed up the ball momentarily, but now it's back in the Bengals' hands. Alfini challenged far side by Moses Madimba, and it's lost out of bounds. Quick throw in by the Bengals. Wasted no time trying to get back on the attack. Katamble down in the near corner. A nice steal away from him by Dinsmore. Jazim ahead, and Mensah gets it to Begic. Now Lafaka on the near side. Finding Begic, left foot chance. Kick save by Greenberg. Out the end line, another corner kick.
I like the effort that Coon Rapids is coming out with here in this first half.
That's the best scoring opportunity of the game thus far. No doubt. They've had the two best scoring opportunities in the game. Not often you see the goal, the
kick save?
The kick save from the soccer keeper. I like it. Tkach to take the corner from the near side. Goes a little further out, about 9 yards out, redirected toward the net by Mena, but Greenberg a pretty easy save. Waits for traffic to clear before punting it away. That gave the Cardinals an opportunity to get back on defense. Madimba heads it to Begic. Begich has Snyder collapse on him right away. Little support comes over, clears the ball away for the Bengals, and now the Cardinals throwing it in quickly. Madimba from a long way out. Greenberg gets over and settles it.
And you can see how slippery it is because he lost his footing as well when he was able to bring that in. We'll see it again. A good effort there by the Cardinals. And this field is definitely wet and muddy.
Well, if the Cardinals get a little spurt there, put 3 shots on goal, have a couple of really good scoring chances. Bengals able to work it back this way, and yeah, that's got to be called. Yeah. Katamble trying to bicycle kick in traffic, and that's going to draw a whistle every time. Good coverage on the play for Jackson Degree. Mena can't clear, bounces over toward Haida. Haida heads it along. Poked at by Mensah. Katamble. He's going to draw another whistle. Cardinals free kick quickly. Holland moving it across. Alfini works back to the middle. Leaves it along now for Penner. Near side for Holland. Holland trying to get around the corner on Jazim. Cross out front, stopped up by Mena, cleared away by Dinsmore, and here's Tkach with a little room. He looks ahead and sends it for Begich. Begich in a race near side. Bumps along with Tim Kieran, out of bounds, Bengal ball.
Yeah, Begich tried to use a little bit of speed to get to the ball, but well marked. Number of substitutions for Blaine.
Dinsmore plays it right back out toward the bench. Just under 25 minutes remaining of this Section 7 AA quarterfinal. No score yet. Bengals with the advantage in possession time. Coon Rapids with the advantage in shots on goal and scoring chances. Corner kick coming up for the Bengals. Five corner kicks in the first part of this first half. 3 now for the Bengals. Snyder goes back post, and that's been one of the Cardinals' troubles this year, the inability to clear those balls before they end up in the back of the net.
Yeah, and there was almost a good opportunity there for Blaine on that corner kick.
Good challenge by Jazim. His pass, though, stopped up by Trenton Nelson. Shot bounces off of traffic, a chance in close, and Winter makes a great save. Second one was defended by Negrete, who laid out.
Look at this, point blank, got a foot on it. And
2 kick saves,
yep.
One at each end. And a great play right there from Negrete to make sure that there was no follow-up chance. Another corner for the Bengals. Great save by Madimba, and the whistle blew. He's saying that Madimba got it with the hand. Showing, wow.
We'll take another, take another look at it, because that's tough to call.
That was a fantastic play by Moses Madimba. First save is made.
Oh, there's no way it hit his hand.
Well, no. But you can't use your arm to direct it.
But I don't think he did. I think he used his chest.
His whole arm came forward. I can see, but I don't think it touched it.
I don't think it touched it at all.
Just helping make momentum. And that's kind of disappointing.
Yeah.
So Dawson Penner will finish on the PK. That was just a great job of Moses Madimba being in the right spot to help his goaltender out.
Yeah, no.
And great effort. Unfortunately, bad bounce. Questionable call. And it ends up with a PK. Another look at I don't know how you call that, especially from where he was.
Well, look at, I mean, you can see it coming off his chest. His arm was moving forward, but
and he showed him the
mark on his chest. Yeah, I don't like that call, but
no matter how much you argue,
they're not going to win.
Nope. They're going to stay with the call on the field. That's unfortunate for the Cardinals, and hopefully they're able to bounce back from that. One of the nicest things about the 2-2 tie to Spring Lake Park in the regular season finale is that the Cardinals both times came from behind. The second time in overtime, it went to overtime tied 1-1. And despite being down, they found a way to come back and get the tie. It's just a little bit more demoralizing when you're playing a good game and it's a call like that that leads to the goal.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. I mean,
if the other team earns it,
it's one thing.
Understandable.
Yeah.
That's demoralizing enough. But if left-footed shot, a big save by Greenberg. Well, that was a great look in close,
especially
from Dmitry Tkach.
Yeah, Tkach with a nice move, but especially in a big game like this, Joe, when you have that kind of an issue, and I mean this is a win or go home situation for these two squads. And see it again, great job by Tkach, nice save by Greenberg there. It gets an arm on it, and the Cardinals have been pressuring. They've had a couple of good opportunities here to score some goals.
Well, and making Greenberg move and touch the ball is huge.
Yep.
And again, with Blaine's season record, they won a lot of 1-0 or 2-1 games. So they're probably not going to run away with this one. And the one we saw, it was 3-0 Bengals at the end, but if I remember right, they scored right away at the start.
Within the first minute.
And then didn't score again until deep into the second half.
Yep.
And as long as it's 1-0, you're bounce away.
That is correct.
Mena's free kick headed backwards by Noah Troutman. Bengals cross midfield. Hamlin waiting for some help. Plays a little give and go, gets it back, tried it again. Too many white jerseys, turned around by Mena. Near side is Pekin trying to cross, broken up. But the Bengals regain possession quickly. A shot attempt, can't get through that traffic. And it's cleared away by Mena. Madimba settles for Coon Rapids. Here's Dmitry Tkach. Tkach puts it to the last line of defense, and it's turned around by Kieran. Bengals able to settle. Troutman moves it to Penner across midfield, has some room, will leave it back for Troutman. His pass deflected. Mena coming in behind the pressure from Hamlin and ends up out the end line in another corner kick for the Bengals. It'll be their fifth.
Bengals started to try and create a little offense again here. Now up 1-0, would like to put a little more pressure on Coon Rapids. The fact that they're trailing 1-0, I still think Coon Rapids has to feel pretty good about the way they played so far in this first half. I mean, you got to get chances, and Coach Oster said when we get those chances, we need to finish.
Nice job by Winter. Goes out and punches it away, but not far enough. And again, the Cardinals are not able to defend and clear that ball. And it is hammered home by Ryan Gabler.
Yeah.
It's a 2-0 lead.
That's the tough part, not able to clear the ball. And a lot of blue jerseys in front of the net. Gabler able to put that one in.
Off the corner, Winter, good play right there, but you got to trust your defense can clear it. Defense does block the first attempt. Second one is hammered home by Gabler.
That's his 5th goal in the season.
And Medimba felt that first one.
Number 23, Ryan Gabler.
Near side, Dylan Moore for the Bengals into the corner. Quick throw-in goes back to Pekin. Tries to cross. Mena will clear. Jazim breaks it up and plays it out. Runs onto it. Good little stall. Gets it ahead to Begich. It's broken up. High ball from Mensa. Begich came over and challenged. Tried to convince the official it was his throw-in, but no go. Begich back in control. Stopped up quickly and played back out by Snyder. Ahmed Jazim gets to do it again. Yeah, we'll let Tomas Mena do it instead.
Well, now the Cardinals in a bit of a hole, trailing 2-0. It's going to make it a little more difficult in this contest with a team that has some trouble scoring goals.
Mensa sending it to the far corner. A race for Negrete. A little too much on it. Out of bounds to the Bengals. Back and forth in midfield. Cardinals with possession at least momentarily. Bengals quick turn as it's tapped right back for Moore heading into the corner. Dinsmore will get there first. Take possession. Out the end line, another goal kick.
Cardinals would love to get a tally before the end of this first half.
Still lots of time.
Plenty of time.
They haven't had possession in deep in the Bengal end in a few minutes.
They haven't.
But they had that little spurt there where they put together 2 really nice scoring chances. Unfortunately, for them anyhow, the Bengals were able to convert when they got scoring chances. 1 assisted back.
Correct.
Bengals attacking on the left corner now. Melvin Keita had it stolen away by Negrete. Gets it ahead.
Kick for the Bengals.
Rain continues to come down.
It's gonna come down. It's gonna come down like this all night. There's no end in sight till tomorrow. I was helping my neighbor build an ark earlier, just in case.
The girls team for Blaine, number 3 seed in Section 7, will be hosting 6-seeded Forest Lake this evening. We will not be in attendance.
No, we will be on our way home.
Oh, I'll be home before they start.
Well, I'm sure you will. Not me.
This shot from a long way out, easy save from Greenberg. That just hopped over everyone all the way back to Tomas Mena. Clears it back to the Bengals side of the field. Pearson lost it out of bounds near midfield. Mensa taking a spill, got tangled up with Keita a little bit. Numbers for the Bengals down the left wing. Haida able to break up the pass. Dinsmore gets it turned around. Here's Dimitri Tkach with a little bit of room.
You can see how sloppy it is around that center portion of the field, and between really between the 40s.
Well, and as is the case in just about every high school in Minnesota that shares football and soccer fields that are non-turf.
Correct.
You will constantly get complaints from the soccer team about how bad it is because of the football and vice versa.
Yeah, look at it there. You can see the mud.
A little sloppy.
Nice job, Emmy. Nice job, Dave Emmy.
Along the edges there.
I mean, you can see how much
Look at
water.
puddle.
Yeah, it's a puddle and a lot of mud just
flying everywhere. I was a soccer parent for a very short time at a very, very young age, and they never got that messy. But I'm looking at these young men, and I'm saying, you're not getting in my car.
No. That was good. You can well, at least with your cleats on for sure.
Oh no.
But all over their uniforms.
Cleats are, I have a baseball player. The cleats definitely come off, but sometimes you just have to say you're stripping right here in the parking lot. You can lose the pants and
the top.
Keep the skivvies on.
That's right.
No, take the shirt off.
But it's snowing. It's snowing, Dad. I don't care. You're not getting into my car like that.
Well, when it's snowing out, we have another stank to.
That stank stands up by itself.
I don't know. I'll put these, when it comes to it, when you're wet and grass stains and mud, these guys smell pretty bad after.
Well, I'm sure they do.
Hockey's bad. I don't know. These guys would be right up there. Grass.
It smells kind of like that failed cologne after game. They called it. It didn't really work out.
After game.
I bought a bottle of it. And didn't serve me well, let me tell you.
Either way, it's wet. It's sloppy. Could be the last game. For some, the last game of a career, as it is section playoff time. Seniors on both sides of the roster, of course. Cardinals trying to find some possession time in deep. Oh, and almost got the bounce to go their way. But it got through to Alfini, who got it up near midfield, out of bounds for the Cardinals.
Yeah, players are sliding all over the field.
A lot of midfield play over the last couple of minutes.
So you had 10 minutes remaining in the first half. 2-0 lead for Blaine. You're safe. You just slide right through that mud.
There's Richard LaFaca right through center field. If there was any part of his uniform that was clean before,
not anymore.
No. I do remember in my football playing days, which was long ago, when I was just a wee lad.
A wee lad.
There were kids that loved it when it rained because they got to get messy.
Oh, get the uniforms dirty.
Oh, they just kids that would go and slide through mud puddles.
Kind of like that.
Yeah,
pretty much like that.
Except I'm completely on purpose.
Yeah.
Tough tangle along the sideline for Isaac Lerum, and that's the sloppy sideline mess that Dave Emme was showing us just moments ago. It's got a dry spot now.
It does. It's got a slide mark.
Mensah just overplays it a bit, gives a chance for Penner to turn it the other way. Long pass. Dylan Moore will settle it and go one-on-one against Haida. Crosses to the middle. Out there is Kita. Back for Alfini. His shot up over the cage. Out of play, another goal kick, Coon Rapids.
Number 7, Dominic Hanlon. Number 11, Tyler Destine. Number 15, Clay Faquin.
Multiple substitutions for the Bengals. They have a little deeper bench than Coon Rapids does.
Well, the Cardinals bringing with them a lot of younger players, maybe getting them an opportunity to play at in the section game before heading into the offseason, should it come to that. Good possession for Blaine. Troutman. Head up, long shot through the uprights. It's good.
3 points.
Goal kick, number 7 for the Cardinals. Yund officially.
Of course.
Koch able to poke it away. Penner comes back to challenge. Koch leaves it there for Begich, a little out of his reach and turned around by Gukin. Bengals waiting for troops to arrive before the throw in. Mena can't get to it.
Cardinals are fortunate there.
Tombly got through some traffic, but not able to get a shot away. This shot through traffic, stopped up by Tomas Mena. And now played back to Snyder. Snyder into the middle, skips away a bit from Troutman. He's able to regain. A little give and go and a shot, not a lot on it. Pretty easy save for Winter.
We talked about Winter, just a sophomore. Getting opportunity to start the last number of games. Great opportunity for him to work on his game at the varsity level.
Good body by Dinsmore, did it legal, got the ball going back the other way. Lerum, room to run on the left side, now double teamed as he gets in close, trying to cut back. More support comes, it's cleared away by Troutman. To Koch, back for Haida. Haida's pass interrupted and turned around. Trying to get it to Penner, but Mensa was there. This one just rolled in toward Greenberg. Waits for a challenge before scooping it up, and now he'll punt it away. Negri into the middle, turned around quickly by Kieran. Long downfield. Mena will get there first and booted out of the play in front of Katamble.
Yeah, Katamble he was streaking down that field trying to beat him to the ball.
Begich with speed, trying to.
He slid 10 yards.
Trying to get past Gabler, and Gabler took a spill, but soon thereafter, the Bengals able to turn it over. Lost out of bounds on the far side by Dominic Hamlin. Pass a little too far for Liram, but they say he was held. That's why he wasn't able to get there. It'll be a free kick from a decent position for the Cardinals as we're under 90 seconds remaining in this opening half. Blaine with a 2-0 lead. Mensa has it knocked away. That was a clear handball.
Yeah.
1 minute remaining in the first half. 1 minute.
Cardinals another opportunity, under a minute to play. Begich first one to get ahead on it, but it's turned around by Gabler. Mensa can't get past Katamble. And now it's Hamlin running with it. Finding himself some room down the right wing. He's got help out front. The cross cleared away out the end line by a sliding Tajon Mensa.
Mensa was doing a nice job of clearing that ball away because Blaine had something cooking here. So you can see trying the through ball.
And Katamble right there, and they had another supporting player over the top. Another corner for the Bengals, headed right in. That was beautifully done. Gabler.
He's a mess.
It's all worth it.
Yep, that's a tough goal to give up too, with 10 seconds remaining in the first half. That puts them up 3-0. Pretty tough situation for the Cardinals to be in.
Puts it to a perfect spot. Gabler able to get there really unmarked and redirect it into the back of the net, give his team a 3-0 lead as they get to go to the locker room. It's messy, it's wet. The Blaine Bengals, the number 2 seed in the section, holding a 3-0 lead as we hit the half. We're going to take a break and be back with more from Bengal Stadium. You're watching CTN's coverage of the Section 7 2A quarterfinals.
This is my kingdom come. This is my kingdom come.
Hi, I'm Ryan Nagasu, 2010 Olympian and bronze medal winner of the 2014 U.S. Championships. I knew I loved skating at the age of 5, and now it's become my life passion. Find your skating passion at the Coon Rapids Ice Center. Classes are available all year round. It could be the place where your skating dreams come true. See you on ice.
Coon Rapids was a heavy underdog coming into tonight's section play. the number 7 seed, coming to face crosstown rival number 2 from Blaine. They got some chances early, though. Put some pressure on, and then a questionable call on a great defensive play leads to a penalty kick. That came in the 17th minute, and it was buried by Dawson Penner. Bengals just kept coming after that. Big left foot boot by Ryan Gabler. And then Gabler getting his second of the game with just 10 seconds left on the clock. He gets the header off the corner kick. That was the 6th corner kick of the match thus far for the Blaine Bengals.
You know, they've dominated this first half, and really Coon Rapids, tough situation. A team that's having trouble as it is scoring goals, coming off a tie where they scored 2, but now down to the number 2 seed in this section by a 3-goal lead. And Cardinals are going to just have to take one goal at a time. They're going to have to try and make opportunities for themselves. But if they want to get back in it, they're going to have to, I think, make something happen quickly in this start of the second half.
And again, the Bengals came into this contest 9-6-1. They had only given up 3 or more goals in 3 of those 16 games.
When you look at the shot attempt by Blaine, 11 on the evening, 5 for Coon Rapids, that tells a lot of the story here. Why Blaine is up 3-0, and 6 corner kicks opportunities. You saw that last goal come off a corner kick off a header.
Well, Cardinals did have 5. All 5 of their shots attempted were on goal.
Yep.
Bengals had 7 shots on goal, 3 obviously eluding the keeper.
Correct.
Which I thought Caleb Winter, the sophomore in his section varsity debut, had a nice game. I mean, really, the 3 goals, hasn't had a lot of opportunity to make saves on those shots.
Well, the Cardinals, I'm sure Coach Oster's just kind of scratching his head a little bit, saying what they can do to get his guys going here in the second half.
Well, they did have a spurt there where they put together a couple great scoring chances. Just weren't able to capitalize. 1 big save and 1 big miss. Cardinals do get the opening possession at least here in the second half. Got hung up between Madimba and Katambli. Referee said, there's something wrong there. I got to blow the whistle. You can't just have it pinned between 2 guys and not. Somebody's got to be touching it, right?
You would think so.
And I think what you said, Howie, is key for the Cardinals. Don't look at it as we're down 3-0.
Nope.
Look at it as we're down 1-0. And just see if you can't light the lamp.
Well, that's what you need to do. In 1 goal at a time. That's what you got to get that first goal before you can get that second goal, quite obviously. But you need to have something happen relatively quickly in the second half to give yourself a little bit of momentum, try and get back into it.
Yeah, you definitely, at least like in the first 5 to 10 minutes, create some good scoring chances.
Right.
Put some pressure on Greenberg. He's been lonely the last part. He was lonely the last part of that first half.
He didn't get a lot of. He didn't get much love there.
Hanlon trying to find Katambli and does in the corner. Trying to cross, broken up the shot attempt by Felipa. Troutman from a long ways out, the save by Winter. Winter able to get on top of it just in front of Penner Dawson. Dawson Penner. This one played too far. And Winter scoops it up, rolls it along for Dinsmore on the far side. Booted right back out of play by Tim Karen.
Throwing.
Bengals starting to build an attack deep in the Cardinal end. Left-footed shot, hit traffic, a chance behind the defense for Hanlon, and he just got underneath it. And he knew it immediately, and just good scoring chance.
Yeah, it's a tough situation. The Cardinals, certainly can't get down on themselves here in the start of this second half. They have to they just have to try and play their game and be creative, as I mentioned earlier, and see if they can get something going. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, please.
No, I was just going to say, I harken back kind of to one of my favorite 18th century Zen poets, Theodore Anderson, who once said, "One moment at a time." And that's really what they need to do here.
Okay. One moment at a time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And actually, that's
you can do that in anything in life.
Let's say that's one of the things Coach Oster was talking about.
Exactly.
Let's be on the right side of the moments. You've thrown me for a loop,
I know,
Shapiro.
well, every once in a while I do that.
Did you just call the coach a 18th century Zen poet?
Exactly. Well,
Okay.
just shades of one.
Okay.
There's only one Theodore Anderson, as far as I'm concerned, anyway.
Blaine more than happy to play at midfield. At this point, big lead. Well, they don't want to let up. I don't think they're going to feel in any hurry to pressure the Cardinal net or really add to their lead. As long as they are maintaining possession, keeping the ball on Coon Rapids' side of the 50, they're coasting towards semifinals. And Coon Rapids really needs to be aggressive on every ball to win possession back and put the Bengals back on their half, on their heels a little bit.
Well,
and create some pressure and again, create those scoring chances. About 6 minutes in now.
And you got to, obviously possess the ball down in the Blaine end and their defense. We talked about their defense, and it's giving Coon Rapids a difficult time here this evening. They did have a few opportunities we talked about in that first half, but the defense seemed to clamp down a little bit here.
Madimba pushing it ahead for Begich. Can't get past Hanlon. And the Bengals able to turn it around. Haida had it spin off his foot. Mena in to help. He gets it cleared away over into the corner at least. Run onto there by Hanlon. Hanlon gets around Jazim. Tried to cut back in, and it's broken up by Haida. Long shot off the crossbar and out of play. It was a lot closer, I bet, than Winter thought it was going to be.
I think you're correct. Well, as you mentioned, Blaine, just play their game with a 3-goal lead. They have to feel obviously pretty comfortable on a wet, sloppy field.
Coon Rapids has only scored 3 goals in 2 games this season. A 3-2 win over Anoka, which we were at.
Yep.
And a 4-2 win over Rogers. And again, Blaine has only given up 3 or more 3 times.
Yeah, it's
Two times they gave up 3, once they gave up 5. And that's 3 of their 6 losses.
oh,
Winter scoops that up
barely.
rather casually
Yeah.
in front of a charging Mishek Katamble. Gabler didn't get what he wanted on that cross attempt. Cardinals able to break it up. Penner comes back and gets the steal. Gets the Bengals turned around. Mena sends it out of play on the far side.
Well, the Cardinals early on just trying to figure out something they can do offensively to mount some sort of pressure, but haven't been able to do so yet.
Shot from a ways out, hits the post. Cardinals trying to work their way out of trouble. Instead, it's stolen by Garrett Holland, played back to the middle. Off a Cardinal body, out of play. Corner kick coming up.
Well, last time the Bengals had a corner kick, they scored a goal. So the Cardinals have to do a better job of.
They're getting plenty of practice.
They are.
On their corner kicks tonight. Number 7.
7.
Yund officially, of course. Scoreboard says 5. High kick to the back post, and violation called will mean a free kick for the Cardinals.
Let's see it again.
Troutman got there, just wasn't able to get the angle he wanted. A whistle blown anyhow, so Cardinals will get the free kick. Begich can't slow it down the other side of midfield, except when he plays it with his hand.
Yeah.
That you can't do.
And they don't allow that, I've been told.
Snyder, quick kick, near side. Pearson with it for the Bengals. Gives it to Troutman. He's challenged by Madimba, able to come away from the traffic. Find a little bit of space, attacking the back line. Tipped away by DeCret and turned around by the Cardinals. Tkach sends it behind the defense. Begich will challenge, booted away by Greenberg, back to midfield.
Yeah, Greenberg just coming out of his goal nonchalantly, just putting a boot on it, clearing it out of harm's way.
Pushed ahead. Begich will have a chance here. Defender falls down. Begich attacking the corner. Didn't get much on it, but able to send it out, I believe, off of Snyder, and he did, and it'll be a corner kick.
Vegas doing a nice job of getting around the defender. Not much on that, as you can see. He's directed to the net, but
I just don't think he had the footing
Nope.
he wanted. Didn't have the footing he wanted when he found himself with room, and then the defense collapsed. He decided better to play it out off of them, get a chance on the corner. That's what he did. Tkach in swinger, headed by Begich out the far side. And it'll be a goal kick for the Bengals, their first.
the corner kick getting in front of the net, just the Cardinals not able to get ahead on it. At least one that was directed to the goal.
Thrown out near side. Andreas Pearson pushing it ahead. And now getting it back. A little too far for Kita. And it's played out by Mena. Pearson with time. Sends it to the far post. Jazim will send it along and finally out of play. Trent Nelson will settle and look to set up with his teammates. High through ball to the back line, offside on the Bengals.
I see the time remaining. 27 minutes in the second half. And again, just limited opportunities here in the second half for Coon Rapids. They had a couple of opportunities early on in that first half, but nothing resembling that here so far.
Well, Begich had an opportunity, and again, I think it was a footing issue and a timing issue as far as how far he was from the ball and when the defense was able to collapse. Unfortunate, but that's about as clean as they've had a scoring opportunity here in the second half.
Correct.
Begich tripped up. That'll draw the whistle.
There you see where the trip happened.
Tyler Gukeen, the guilty party. Cardinal throw in deep into the corner. Cardinals offside.
Again, too, it's a little tough getting your footing on the sideline there when you're attempting the throw in because of the mud there.
I think there's a lot of places on the field it's hard to get your footing.
I know, exactly.
This be a good environment for a detergent commercial.
You are correct.
Because
a before and after.
I pity the moms, dads, or players themselves who are going to be trying to get the Cardinals uniforms back to white.
I bet they throw a little bit of bleach in there. You can see the mud there. Another fine job by Dave Immy.
Well, and he's down there standing in
it. He's a man. He's a man's man. There you can see.
Our official's feet.
Yep. You think he's got to take his cleats off before he gets in the car?
I would only assume so.
Yep.
Punched away by Winner. Haida able to clear it. Mena will clear it away. And again, the Bengals being pretty aggressive. I mean, they've got 7, 8 guys down. All right, it's only 6 or 7, but still.
Seems like 7.
Down inside the 18. That's it's being aggressive with the 3-0 lead. And again, just if they can keep the Cardinals bottled up.
Well, that's what they've been doing.
Time is definitely in their favor.
That is correct.
Along with the score.
That is correct as well.
And the shots. And the chances.
Yeah.
And the possession time.
And just about everything else.
Jared Kafka checking in.
Cardinals
And
may
now
have
they
the
are-
dirtier uniforms.
Now the Bengals starting to get in some deeper bench players. This game ticking, the second half ticking toward the midway point. Opportunity and a goal for Dominic Hanlon. And that's how quickly it can happen.
Again, just got a little bit of an arc on that shot, up and over Winter. Not much he could do about it. As that one found the back of the net. Big smile on his face as he's going to.
Nice tap by
Yep.
Gabler.
Yep.
A settle and a score
Yep.
for Dominic Hanlon. It's 4-0. Gabler's had a nice game.
Gabler has had a nice game.
2 goals and now an assist. His team up 4-0.
Hanlon's 5th goal on the season.
Dominic Hanlon. Time goal 17 minutes, 37 seconds of the second.
Katamble plays it near side, broken up by Negri. He'll get it back from Mena. Trying to push it in deep. Here's Lafaka to challenge. Turning with it is Kieran. Playing it across for Snyder. Snyder along the far side. Katamble had to bounce away from him. Able to get back to it, sliding to a stop as he's challenged by Jazim.
Well, the Cardinals just can't spend any time in the Bengal end. As soon as they get down there, they're turned away.
Baggage battling. Bengals bring the numbers and regain possession of the ball. Bengals go all the way back to Greenberg. His boot to midfield for Hanlon. Hanlon waits, has a lot of time, plays it down the near side. Rydell can't catch up with it before it's out of bounds.
Thank goodness.
Settled by Lafaka. Lafaka has to challenge 1v2 though, as the Bengals quickly get their numbers back on the defensive end. Baggage an opportunity.
A little too much.
And chips it up and out of play. Gabler ends up in the mud again.
Yeah.
Big smile on his face.
Well,
though.
yeah. Well, his squad's up 4-0. He has a reason to smile. So you can see the rain continuing to come down.
He was able to clean off his face at halftime.
He was.
It seems.
Yep, he did. He took the water jug and cleaned his face off.
Probably swish a little bit and clean out the mouth.
I'm sure he had some mud in the mouth as well.
Oh. Stop up by Haida. Mena with some room to the corner. Tries to get himself around Eichley. Play it out front. Here's Begich challenging. Left-footed shot blocked up by Troutman and cleared away by the Bengals. Tkach can't get it through the traffic. Back to Katamble. Katamble sends it near side for Dominic Hanlon. Hanlon had it stolen away by Haida. Jared Haida will play it back to midfield. Mena pushes it ahead too far, and Greenberg will scoop it up and just fire it out to Snyder. Time ticking away on the Cardinals season. Inaugural season under head coach Armando Oster.
Yep.
Not what they had hoped for at the beginning.
No, just 2 wins on the season.
but a very young team.
Yes, a lot back.
And a lot of good kids that worked very hard, according to Coach Oster. When we spoke before the game, said he's really excited already for next year, what he has coming back, and what they learned about the kids that they have in the program this year, and what the kids learned about the new coaching staff and what they want to do. So they're hoping to come back in very strong form next year. They also had four full teams this year, as opposed to just 3. So the numbers picking up as well. That should help things in the program.
Well, he came in here and changed a number of things. So it's a new system, and these kids are learning. He said the kids have adapted to it well.
LaFaca leaves it for Begich. Can't get his pass through Nelson. Cardinals eventually get it past Mena. Mena trying to turn upfield. Takes a little bit of a body check from Mikely. Gets down and crosses. That's broken up. Comes back, though, to Mena. A shot attempt is high and wide out the far side. A goal kick for the Bengals.
A little bit of pressure that time from Coon Rapids. Mena able to get a couple of opportunities. Just pushes that one too wide. And he's unhappy with himself. He knew he had a better opportunity than that. Didn't get the shot off he wanted. New goaltender coming in for the Bengals.
He's nice and clean. Another sophomore, Nick Sneen. Nick Sneen is nice and clean.
Not for long.
Oh, he's already got some mud on the shoulder.
He does. Yeah. He put it there. I saw him. He put it there before he came in, just so he'd look like he'd been game worn a little bit. Get in that feeling.
Cardinals called offside.
Clock continues to tick away. 15:45 remaining.
Some subs for both sides. Elmir Begich, a strong year for the Cardinals. He's one of those juniors that's going to be coming back that Coach Oster's looking very much forward to working with. And a hug there as Richard LaFaca comes off. He's one of the seniors. Abdisa Koji, a senior. Moses Medemba, Isaac Liram, Ben Simoni, and goalkeeper Kai Tweedy. I believe the entire varsity seniors.
Yep.
So 6.
Yeah, 6, and I think 8 juniors on the team as well.
Bengals able to get it turned around as the Cardinals got in deep. Rydell pushes it ahead a little too far. Turned around by Haida to the middle of the field. Coming back on it is Simone. Cardinals play it all the way back, and the Bengals will give Sneen a chance to boot it away. Out of play.
All day. You have some hockey on the docket for tonight, Joe, yet?
Maybe some baseball.
Maybe some baseball, too. Yep, playoffs.
Playoff baseball.
Yep.
A lot of subs again as both teams trying to get, for the Cardinals, give them a chance to play. The season is over in 13 and a half minutes, and they're going to put out some kids who are not on my roster even a little. For the Bengals, give some younger guys a chance to play in a section match.
Yeah, it's always a good opportunity to give your younger players those minutes on the field, especially when you're trailing 4-0.
Simone able to get it turned around for the Cardinals, but a lot of blue jerseys over there, and they just send it back to the Cardinal end.
The Cardinals able
5
to
subs.
Yeah, they will get those.
With bright white jerseys.
Yeah. They're going, hey, everybody else has dirty jerseys. Let us in, Coach, when we want to get some dirt on our jerseys.
Number 6, Samantha Clear. Number 17, Angel Baltazar. Number 45, Ian Wynn. Number 65, Ian Del Frade. And number 67, Sadat Muhammad.
We didn't get the additions.
Apparently not.
Our PA announcer friend did. We
We
did
did
not
not.
get the additions.
We're just the hometown announcers. I expect Jan to make it work.
Well, I do know one of the new players just because I know who he is. That helps, and I
That
saw
does
he
help.
was on the sideline.
Yep.
So some younger players for the Cardinals get in, trying to get a chance to get something going, but the Bengals quick counter. Dinsmore able to win the battle cleanly, but Gabler keeps it in. Here's a chance in, point blank kick, save, no. Ends up in the net. Dylan Moore will get the goal. It was a good chance, or a good attempt by Winter, but can't keep it out of the net.
And the onslaught continues for the Bengals, their 5th goal of the night here.
And I believe
2
it
in the
was,
second half.
and I believe it's Gabler on the assist again.
Yeah, he's had a nice night.
Two goals, now 2 assists. You see,
Winter got a
kick
foot
save
on it,
attempt. He
yep.
got a piece of it, just not enough to deflect it up and out of play.
Time of the goal, 29 minutes and 10 seconds of the second half.
Cardinals trying to clear, but then it was out of bounds off the stop attempt by Coon.
Cardinal throw-in. Cardinals, number 32, Muhammad Fadi. And number 14 for the Bengals,
Under 10
Nelson.
remaining. Cardinals trying to get a turned upfield, stopped up there by Pearson.
Well, the Cardinals had a little bit of offense in that first half, but nothing really here in the second half. I think they had one decent chance earlier, but other than that, they have not been able to generate anything offensively.
Bengals able to add a couple of goals here in the second half. And you go back to the call, Shapiro.
Yep.
Go back to the call. That call isn't made, and it's a tie game. I think Blaine still wins this game. They've clearly, had the better chances.
Right.
They're obviously up 5-0.
Yep. Changed momentum though a little bit.
But I think it would have stayed close longer, and it would have given I just thought it was a bad, questionable call, and unfortunate that it led to the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it did. It was unfortunate because we talked about, with the Cardinals' trouble scoring goals, that the Bengals wanted to score first. They wanted to get on the board first so they could put pressure on Coon Rapids because they knew they had trouble scoring this season. But the Bengals have not had trouble scoring here tonight.
No, this is their biggest offensive output of the season.
Yeah.
It's 5 goals. I believe they did it one other time.
They did it in the second game of the season again. No, that's a loss. I think this is the first game they've scored 5 goals. I think they had 4 in a win at Park Center.
Yep, you're right.
Yep.
Good job, Shapiro.
Bengal corner kick.
Corner kick coming up for the Bengals. He goes short post, deflected out front, shot attempt well wide for Nelson.
Goal kick. For the Bengals, number 36, Ryan Rydell, and then number 45, Jared Kafka.
There's a white jersey that just got really dirty. Chance from a ways out goes well wide for Garrett Holland. Excuse me, that was Richard Pollock.
Yeah, once you get towards that middle of the field, between the 40s, footing is an adventure. Gesundheit.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Rain has picked up.
It has.
Quite a bit since the start of the game.
We talked about
What
no
do we
end
do?
in sight.
What do we do? 4 games
I think so.
this year?
I think so.
2 of them in soaking, pouring rain.
Yep.
Because the matches at Anoka were wet and rainy.
Yep.
2 players tangled up, both go to the ground. Somebody has to be guilty. It will go against the Bengals, fortunately, because it is. Had it gone the other way, it would have been a penalty kick.
Yes, it would have.
Cardinals with the numbers in deep as they try to cross. It's scooped up by Winter and played away. Under 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, you can see there in that shot, the rain has definitely picked up.
Bengals again just keeping strong players and good numbers at the back, and making sure the Cardinals don't get within about 40 yards of their net. Left-footed shot hits traffic. Cardinals trying to clear. Into the middle, a shot on goal, and the save by Winter.
Yeah, Blaine's still playing, fighting to get looks at the goal, even though they're up 5-0. Kids who don't always get a chance to play, trying to show what they can do.
Bengals able to work the possession up the near side. Play it in over the top, too far in front of Kita. And Winter out to scoop it up and boot it away. Ian Wynn able to play that ahead. See, that's the one kid
That you know.
I didn't need a roster for that one.
I'll
Wait
give you
till
that.
see him play baseball.
Good baseball player.
He's a fun baseball player to watch.
Looking
that's
forward to
for
it.
Sure. Bengals again. As soon as the Cardinals, get 15, 20 yards past midfield, Bengals able to clamp down and get him turned around. Played over the top a little too far. Simone ran in to have a look, but scooped up by Sneen. Just rolls it out near side for Pearson. Bengals passing it around, getting it ahead. Kita on the far side stops up to find a little bit of room. Pollock leaves it back. Pearson again into the corner. Jared Haida there to get it away from Dylan Moore and send it out the near side. Haida over to challenge again. Gets a little help on the stop up by Mohamed Fadi.
1 minute remaining in the second
And
half.
the ball rolls out in front of the Cardinal bench as we enter the final minute of play.
Yeah, unfortunately, unless something happens quickly, Cardinals not going to get on the scoreboard here this evening.
Yeah, that would have been a little bit easier to swallow,
Yep.
getting a goal in the game, not being shut out. Well, Cardinals have a throw, and there's still time,
do.
Shapiro. There's still time.
Still plenty of time.
The Bengals get another quick steal. And get it
That's
turned
gonna-
around the
That's
other
going
way.
to take their time away.
It is going to take their time away. And here's a chance for Kita all alone out front, and the save made by Winter, who challenged at just the right time.
And that'll do it.
And the Bengals are moving to the semifinals. The Cardinals' season is over. A 5-0 loss.
And they'll play here on Thursday night. I believe Andover is playing, and they mentioned that. I think it was St. Francis.
It sounds.
That sounds right.
That sounds
About right.
believable.
Thank you. At least something we say is believable.
So it's very few things.
Yeah, but hopefully this is one of them. I've got my fact checker, Joe Yund.
You are correct.
Oh, I'm so
Andover,
good.
St. Francis. One of those two teams will be coming here on Thursday night. And the championship coming up next Tuesday. Blaine Bengals, again, just start to finish, a dominant team. They got helped by a questionable call at the 17th minute that led to the PK. But once they had the lead. They just kept pounding away. Bengals adding a pair more in this second half. The just high lofted shot from Dominic Hanlon. And then the goal from Dylan Moore to finish the scoring.
Now you see the rain coming down.
There's a look at those 7 AA brackets. and over St. Francis. As we mentioned, the 3-6 game that will send a winner to face Blaine. Duluth East, the number 1 seed. They're hosting Cambridge Isani. And Anoka is hosting Forest Lake in tonight's opening round. But that's going to do it for the Cardinals season. They lose again by a 5-0 score here in the section quarterfinal. And that's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including the one and only Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.